Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the channel tunnel. I'm just making a quick video on a bunch of questions that I got from the original video. When I first did that, I thought the main issues people would have with the whole trip would be the process of getting on the train and getting off again, but I got so many questions about what it looks like when you're actually on the train for the journey, and to me that was kind of like the non-interesting part. But looking back, yeah, I should have included it. So we're just going to go through a few of those questions now. First question, do you tie the bike down to anything? No, there's no tie points on the floor like there are on ferries and stuff. You just roll your front wheel up to this little curb, leave it in first gear, switch off the bike, put it on its side stand, and that's it. Job done. How long does the journey take? 30 to 35 minutes from once a train starts moving to when you're getting off at the other end. Really quick. The most asked question by far, what stops the bikes from falling over? What you're watching right now is real-time footage. The suspension of the train is doing all of the work here. There's the slightest bit of rocking, but barely a thing. Imagine what it's like when you're stood on a passenger train where there's no seats available and you're just stood up there. These trains have a very slow start and a very slow stop, so you're not stopping and starting all the time. There's no massive shaking going on. Sure, it could be a little unnerving at first seeing the bike rocking back and to a little bit, but it's really not a problem. There's no janky movements here. And to be perfectly honest, I think most of the movement in this shot is me, myself. I'm not holding the camera particularly stable. How long does the whole process take? From check-in, where you come off the motorway, until arriving on French soil, about an hour and a half. Can you buy any food on the train? No, there's no buffet car. Anything you want to eat, you need to buy beforehand and bring on with you. Second biggest question by far, where do you sit? Well, nowhere. As you can see in the carriage here, there aren't any seats anywhere. You just lean against the side or you sit on the floor, which is what I tend to do most often. And can you sit on your bike? I wouldn't advise it because you're going to raise the centre of gravity on it, so you're making it more likely to topple if you're sitting on top of it. And can you walk around? Well, you can. There's doors there through into the next carriage. You can go for a bit of wander if you want, but it's a 30-minute journey. Honestly, you're going to be putting your gear back on before you realise. How much does the journey cost? This one was £105 return, included a little discount for returning within 5 days, but I think that probably only saved £10 or something like that. Okay, so this is a bit I think a lot of people got confused on from the first video, because it didn't include a couple of clips you've just seen of actually just being in the train, kind of doing nothing on the journey across. I think a lot of people thought I just rode into one end, rode right down a train and then rode out the other end. What we're going through now is the carriages that were full of cars for the journey. At the very front of the train there's a freight section, then there's the car section, then there's the bike section. So what we're doing now is all of these carriages you see right now would have been full of cars. We're just riding down until we get to the gap where we can get out. And that gap is coming up right here now. This bright section, we turn back out of the train and we're now in France. I hope this has made it obvious like how easy this is to do. It's nothing to worry about at all. It's a really simple way of getting yourself over to France. Cheers for watching, and if there are any other questions, drop them down below and I'll answer them in the comments for you. See you later.